I want to interview both of you guys and hear your take about this home. You said that you worked with this client a few times.
Yeah, I've helped this client. They came referred to me from another client.
Mm-hmm.
They actually started their business in repairing foundations, concrete specialist. They're named Ramtex. That's where they got their start. I helped them purchase different lots. And then a couple of years later, I sold one of their first custom homes in Page on 10 acres. And then we just kind of started doing it over and over and over again. And one of the things that I love about them, I see each time their design is a little bit different. Their quality keeps getting better, their style. And they also build appropriate towards the neighborhood they're building in. Sometimes it's a little bit simpler, a little bit smaller. Sometimes it's a little bit bigger. So again, I've definitely seen the growth of this company.
Would you say that price is more expensive for custom homes?
I definitely think you can start to spend a little bit more, because if it's your home that you're making for your family, definitely you're going to start to spend more. But it also depends on how much you bought your land for. That's another thing that you really have to take into consideration, because if you spent a pretty penny on it, well, you need to take into consideration how much you're going to put back into the home. So there are definitely some factors to weigh in. And also think about the permits and the time that it's actually going to take for the whole process. Some people just don't have that time, and that's maybe why they go a different route. But again, going the custom way, you are going to get a home that is really delivering the whole experience and what you want.
Yeah, I'll tell you the pros and cons of custom. One of the things is you're going to typically get a higher quality than a builder, than a traditional builder. You can't compete with a big box builder, they're a mass builder. But the quality of their cabinetry, nothing wrong with it. But when you go custom, you typically get a little bit higher quality. You get those little custom details, and it's one builder working on one house. So that's kind of the key, is they're going to be focused on that one house. It's not just some random crew coming through here and trying to hurry up and finish. So you do pay more for custom. But again, you're doing it because you're investing in yourself, right? And so it's like buying, regular or organic. Are you investing in yourself? So I think that's the same thing. Everybody has a limit on their price point, but if you can go custom, you're going to get a really good deal.
When you're buying a custom home from the builder themselves, like, they have the flexibility to fix things.
That's great. So this same builder, we actually have one under contract with them, but the buyer came in, they asked for the door to be changed from sliding to a French. They asked for gutters, they asked for some structural modifications. And because they're the builder, they were willing to do these things, right? And made the deal happen.
Can you tell me, when you first saw it, your reaction when you stepped inside the house?
Yeah, I personally really felt very cozy and warm. When we were pulling up, I love the garage. The garage has windows on it as well, so it feels like it's part of the home. It doesn't just feel like, oh, you have your big garage to put your car in. It's actually part of the home, and those windows make it feel more warm as well. Again, going back to the windows, I absolutely love, I think you can see here how big these are as well, and all the natural light that comes in. And again, the open concept. I personally love to be able to be in the kitchen, have the family in the living room, and be able to see everything that's going on. Walking in, it feels special because it is custom. It's all in those details, so you get a real good special feeling about the home.
Yeah, I think 100%. You talk about the garage. The garage is finished out. It's got those windows. It's got high ceilings, tons of storage. And again, how did I feel when I saw it? Well, again, I sold them this lot. And so now to see actually something on it, and the design, the one we sold previous to this had it was a little bit smaller footprint. They did some things in the kitchen a little bit different. Here, the way this is laid out, the way that the primary is on one side, the other bedrooms on the other side, the driveway, they did that all the way through, especially since it sits on an acre. So all these little things that they did are different. So I love that they kind of modify each home based on the neighborhood and the price point that they're looking for.
From a buyer's perspective, why would they choose this home from others?
Great. Before I ever list a home, we obviously look up comps and sales in the neighborhood. Most of the homes here are priced over what we're about to ask, and they don't have the finish out. There's one that I believe is in this neighborhood that's a gorgeous home, but I think they went too far for the neighborhood. You see, you've got to also understand your neighborhood. You don't want to build a mansion in an area where the homes sell for $500,000. So I think this home is priced accordingly. We commented on this coming in here. The location, McDade. I know people are like, McDade, where's McDade? It is honestly just on the outskirts of Elgin. Getting here, I felt was easy. It was fast. You're looking for a client who wants to be outside the city, who wants to slow down, who wants the country lifestyle, but yet wants a custom home and wants all the features that they would get in a new home. And so this is, I think, that perfect mix of that.
Also somebody who is looking, like Jaime said, to be away from the city life, but have this great acreage to live on as well. This is a great piece of land. And when we pulled title, there were no restrictions on the land. So somebody looking to enjoy not having an HOA and somebody tell them what to do, you'd get that here.
Yeah, there's no recorded restrictions here.
But check with your county per usual.
You've seen a couple of their homes. Feature in this home makes it different.
I think the little accents, like the gold, the lights, the kitchen, the way they designed this island, it's done right. I've seen some weird spaces designed sometimes when I go to some of these listings, and I can tell that the builder didn't use a floor plan and they just built it because they think they know how to do it. So this one is done right. Every single time you get better at this, right? And that's what I've seen. Every single time it's been better. I love the light floor coloring that they picked, and it's very modern. Even though you're out here in a country setting, this home fits. It's not the typical white, white walls, black trim. This one is a country, and that's why we called it the Hideaway. Yeah.
I also noticed, I will go back to the garage. That's something different that they've done. Also, the patio in the back is very large. They didn't have that in the previous home, or the previous two homes. They didn't have one as large as this, which I really loved, especially right now. The sun is starting to come down. So when we're taking our video, you have this beautiful sunset in the backyard. So I could really envision myself with my family here, sitting outside, have the grill going, and just enjoying life.
This home is huge. Who do you see living here, and what kind of lifestyle does this home fit?
I definitely think for sure a family, but I could also see like a couple living out here, or even a single person who wants to maybe have their tractor, have a little ranch, have the not the go-kart, what's it called?
Well,
the ATVs.
I was gonna say also
somebody.
like I don't know why it came into my head, like somebody who wanted to fence this in and have like miniature ponies. I don't know why. Like you see that all the time. Like people who are in the city and now with so much remote work, right? And working from home. You come out here, you've got that flex space or fourth bedroom, you put in your office. You come out here, you have goats, sheep, chickens, miniature ponies, right? I also see couples who are retiring and who are cashing in. It's like it's generational money that's going to change their lives. They can come out here, live comfortably, and maybe all the kids are gone, but the grandkids come over, right? And they stay the weekend. This is the perfect home for that.
And it's very peaceful. You're going to get that out here.
If you could describe this home in one sentence, what would you say?
You're asking us to do one sentence.
We called it the Hideaway in McDade because that's what it is. It's the place you want to come to get away.
Like a retreat.
Yeah. And that's if I were to sum up what this house is, that's what it is. It's the Hideaway. It's the place to come get away and come live and enjoy life.
I feel like coming out here, because it is a little bit further away from where I personally live, it reminds me of let's go camping in the weekend, maybe down by the river, and you're just at this big house with family and friends, and then you get to go outside, have a campfire, have our s'mores. That's the feel that I get from this home. Yeah. So it is very cozy.
Can you talk about the area?
That's a great question. Where are we?
So we definitely took the back road, but we're kind of in the middle of Bastrop and Elgin. A little bit east of those cities. As we go home, we're going to go out, and it's probably going to take us through Elgin, 290. But we're literally minutes from Elgin. And again, Elgin has H-E-B, Home Depot. They've got, food.
Do they have barbecue?
Elgin has barbecue.
Okay,
Yes.
just checking.
Yes. I think most of the people who come out here understand they're not going to be in the middle of town. That's not what they want, right? A lot of people also travel. I have a great example. Not too far from here, we sold one to people who came from California because his businesses is in Austin and in Houston. So again, 290, it's that great commute, and he had 10 acres, right? So again, it's a certain type of client who understands where they're moving to. They're not moving to Austin, but they are definitely moving to a place where you're not far from the major city when you do need to come into town.
Can you talk about some of the growth in Elgin and Manor?
It's really booming out there, especially with a lot of new home construction out there. We've seen quite a bit of inventory. I don't see it stopping anytime soon.
Yeah, Manor's just exploded. It's a big city now. They finally, got their H-E-B. Like I said, you've made it when you've got an H-E-B.
And their Chick-fil-A.
And they've got that. They've got their shopping in. And then Elgin, which is a couple miles after Manor, is next. We've got a 61 lot project we're going to develop out there. We're seeing the growth out there happening too, little by little. And it's not a ton of major neighborhoods, but there are people who are deciding to come and they want something affordable and they want something like this. This house in Austin, actually, we're going to shoot in Dripping Springs. So I was looking up some homes to go look at. And a home like this, new, modern, from a custom builder, it was starting about 1.2 million.
And is that on 1 acre?
No, that was not on 1 acre.
Not on 1 acre.
So you would say this is a good investment?
Yeah, I think, again, for the right person, this is a great investment who wants over 1 acre of land, custom home, and good and spacious, and you're 30 minutes from Austin. Yeah.
And I would like to add, honestly, you really don't see a lot of custom homes anymore. Like, you're not going to find that. It's very hard to find. Yes, we have a lot of new build homes that are going up by big companies, but finding an actual custom build home is far and few in between.
Yeah.
That's done right. Anything else you want to add?
I hope people can kind of see the beauty of some of these listings we have. Come meet us and come see what we're all about and how we can definitely guide you into finding the right home that's for you and your family. As far as, talking about barbecue, so we're in Elgin, or we're minutes from Elgin, so there's barbecue. There's Southside, which is famous. I'm a Myers guy. I like their sausage better. I think that also you're not far from Lexington. And Lexington barbecue, and you've got Smith's barbecue. There's tons of little hole-in-the-wall barbecue joints and restaurants that you get out here that are just pretty cool.
Definitely be sure to follow us on our Instagram and our TikTok and our Facebook for anything that's going on in the city. We do tend to post about different neighborhoods and about food or events happening. So it's a great way to connect with you.
And if you're an investor and you're like, hey, I've got land, or I'd like to get some land and I'd like to start doing this. These builders did not start as builders. I will tell you, flipping homes, it's like an addiction. It's just, you do one and you want to do it again. And my job is to help guide you because I actually do this for a living. I'm not just a realtor. I'm an investor. I'm going to tell you the truth about how much money can be made in this business and how much sometimes you can lose if you don't do it right.
What if that's not what I want to hear?
I'm not the agent who's going to tell you what you want to hear. I'm going to tell you what you need to hear. And I have no problem telling you that because, again, my years of experience being a top agent, having one of the top Hispanic teams. So follow us, subscribe, leave us some comments below. What do you want to know more of? What do you want to see more of? Let us know. Follow our YouTube video. We've got more to come for 2026.